All right, gang, let's do a quick review of our map skills. These are considered things that you should probably already have some experience with arriving in 6th grade. So if you have questions or you're confused about something, please reach out to me and we can work on that. So let's get started. First things first is the map title. The title tells what a map shows. A map's title gives us our first clue about its content. It usually describes the area shown on the map, and it also identifies the map's main topic. So this slide asks us, what is the title of this map? And I can find it right up here at the top in big letters, United States of America. That is the title of this map. Gives us a good idea of what the content of the map is going to be. So if I had a map of my neighborhood where I live, I would not title it United States of America because that would not be an appropriate one. An appropriate title for a map of my neighborhood would be Mr. Brink's Neighborhood. Now let's check out the compass rose. A compass rose is on most maps and it tells us what directions things are. So, for example, if I wanted to know where my grandparents' house is from my house, I could look at a map, find my house, and then find my grandparents' house. If it's going that direction, that tells me that my grandparents' house is going to be northwest of my house. On the compass rose, you have a couple cardinal directions and some intermediate directions. So the cardinal directions are north, east, south, and west. Our intermediate directions are the ones that are in between the cardinal directions. They are northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. These are very important when you're using maps to know the locations of various places in relationship to each other. Every map will also have a key or a legend. In this case, we have a key on this map, and it's full of symbols. And these symbols tell us what each thing on the map means. So for example, if I was looking at this map and I'm wondering to myself, what is this gray blob of stuff? What is that trying to tell me? Every map's trying to tell me something. What is this map trying to tell me with this gray blob? I can go over to my key and see that that means houses. Okay, so now let's imagine I'm on a trip with my family to this imaginary island, and my dad says, let's go climb a mountain. Can you find a mountain for me? I wouldn't look at the map first, I'd look at the key, and I would find this symbol right here means a mountain. So from the house we're staying in, I can trace my way to the mountain we're going to go climb, or to the beach where we can go play football and go swimming. If I wanted to visit a log cabin because I love history, I use the key to see what it's going to look like on the map, and then I can find it on the map and know that's where the log cabin is. Some of the most common ones you'll see are lakes and rivers, forests, definitely mountains. Roads are also important. One that sticks out is contour lines. And this is something you'll get more practice with as time goes by. Contour lines show elevation, meaning down here where it's light green, the land is kind of low. But if I were to go hiking, and I'm going to use blue to show my hiking, I'm going to go hiking from this peninsula all the way up to the top of this mountain. These contour lines where the colors change show me where the land is getting higher. So over here, you can see the land gets higher from the coast the farther inland you go. And so this land right in this area is probably pretty high up, but it's not a mountain, so there's no mountain symbol there. But if you were walking and you wanted to know what kind of walk you have ahead of you, or if you're driving and you want to be prepared for the elements, it would be important to know changes in the land as you go. So that's why contour lines are important. Finally, we have our map scale, because obviously we cannot make maps the same size as the thing that they are a map of. For example, to have a map of our state of Georgia that was the same size, you'd have to have a piece of paper the size of our entire state, and that's just not very realistic. So we use a scale to show us what the difference is between the actual size of the place in real life and the size on the map. So this one shows me that 1 inch equals about 1.5 miles. So for every 1 inch on the map, you'd have about 1.5 miles on here. That's why if I drive from Atlanta to Valdosta to see my sister, it is not a 2-inch drive. It's actually a couple hundred miles. And the scale of a map that I keep in my car will tell me exactly how far I have to go. This is important in geography when we want to find out how close or how far things are from each other. Okay? If you're watching this in class, you can go ahead and close the video and return to class. If you're watching outside of class, you can start over to review if you'd like, or you can close out and move on.